Well, if I had to base most of you guys' sentiment about this past week from the questions you asked me on my weekly Wednesday Ask Me Anything, listen up. Pull yourselves together. This is crypto, and you haven't even seen the half of it yet. Hello, I'm Crypto Casey, and welcome to another episode of Last Week Crypto. Every Sunday, we review the performance of the largest cryptocurrencies, top gainers, as well as the latest global news stories affecting the crypto markets this past week. This week, we will discuss uncertainty in the market, the status of the US stimulus efforts, corruption in the global banking system and what that means for crypto, as well as new government regulations in the crypto space. To check out all the links to the articles we discuss, go to cryptocasey.com/lastweekcrypto. This week's episode is brought to you by Crypto.com, an exchange with over 55 different cryptocurrencies. On Crypto.com's mobile app, you can buy crypto with bank transfers, credit, debit cards, or crypto at true cost with no markups. Crypto.com also has a desktop exchange that is solely for crypto-to-crypto trading, which isn't available yet in the US. If you use the link below to sign up for Crypto.com, you'll receive $50 worth of cryptocurrency for free when you use the referral code CryptoCasey, all while supporting the channel. It's so important to have relationships with multiple exchanges with the incoming bull market. Many times, exchanges hold funds, freeze transactions, and lock accounts when they are overloaded with increased demand. So check out my list of recommended exchanges below to sign up so you have multiple options to trade when the crypto market really starts to take off. Also, as I mentioned at the beginning, every Wednesday I conduct a weekly AMA or Ask Me Anything at Instagram.com/CryptoCasey. So please use the link to my Instagram account listed in the description area to follow me and ask me anything you want every Wednesday. Awesome. Let's kick off Last Week Crypto. Looking at the top cryptocurrencies by market cap over the past week, Bitcoin down 1.8%, Ethereum down 8.4%, XRP down 3.2%, and Chainlink down 0.1%. Cool. Looking at the top gainers this week, Celsius up 50.7%, Uniswap up 46.3%, Ocean up 27.5%, and Theta up 16.6%. While most people would consider this overall red week a bloodbath, personally, I've been taking advantage of some of these bangin' discounts, and I hope some of you did too, because let us not forget, remember, this was March. Stop crying. Zooming in, look at it. Just look at it. Barely 6 months ago, Bitcoin 4.7K, ETH $108. Look at Link, over there, $2. Polkadot, nowhere to be found. Now, I will concede that the US stock market operates 6.5 hours on weekdays only, which makes the 24-hour global crypto market experience an exponential amount of activity daily, weekly, monthly, etc. But y'all already know this. If this level of volatility is rocking your world, you have no idea what you're in for in the coming months and year. But let's just stick to analyzing this week for now, shall we? A lot of this bearish market has been correlated with uncertainty surrounding the US government's stimulus plans. So, let's check out the stimulus update and its 5 potential outcomes. Option 1, Congress could reach a stimulus deal before the election. Option 2, Congress agrees on a stimulus deal, but President doesn't sign bill. Option 3, the Senate and House each pass smaller stimulus deals. Option 4, the President takes executive action. Option 5, Congress doesn't pass a stimulus deal. Okay, look, there will absolutely be stimulus before the election. Papa Trump will see to it. So my money is on option 4, the president takes executive action. Because let's face it, him heroically swooping in would be a great move before the election. Another factor that has put a hamper on the markets that the media is not really covering at all, oddly enough, is this leak that reveals $2 trillion of possibly corrupt US financial activity. Thousands of documents detailing $2 trillion of potentially corrupt transactions that were washed through the US financial system have been leaked to an international group of investigative journalists. Oh, and it's not just us. In this article by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, we also see that global banks defy US crackdowns by serving oligarchs, criminals, and terrorists. The FinCen files show trillions in tainted dollars flow freely through major banks, swamping a broken enforcement system. Secret US government documents reveal that JP Morgan Chase, HSBC, and other big banks have defied money laundering crackdowns by moving staggering sums of illicit cash for shadowy characters and criminal networks that have spread chaos and undermined democracy around the world. The records show that 5 banks, JP Morgan, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Deutsche Bank, and Bank of New York Mellon, kept profiting from powerful and dangerous players even after US authorities fined these financial institutions for earlier failures to stem flows of dirty money. Now listen up, if you have never actually bothered to go to my website cryptocasey.com/lastweekcrypto to check out these articles for yourself, that's fine. But I urge you to read this article in its entirety because it's just so twisted. I mean, on one hand, are we really that surprised that big global banking institutions are bankrolling huge organized crimes against humanity? I guess not, right? But somehow, sometimes, when you see it laid out on paper like this, it's just really disheartening and downright awful that governments and these entities with great power, authority, and money, essentially controlling our entire planet and the lives that inhabit it, knowingly allow this kind of activity to happen for so long. And then when an article like this comes out, where is it? It's not on TV like Fox or CNN, MSNBC. It's on, what the hell is this, ICIJ.org, the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists? I mean, have you heard of them? I honestly hadn't. I did see this story covered on Forbes and Yahoo Online, but I think it's largely been overlooked by mass media. But let me know if you guys saw this story on TV or anything. I don't really watch TV, but it does seem like this story didn't get nearly the attention that I believe it deserves. And this kind of thing is why I'm so passionate about the implications of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology on the future of our society, providing a completely trustless, transparent foundation that would not allow this sort of thing to go unnoticed for so long, or even potentially not happen in the first place. Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, Bitcoin beats banks in many fields, but money laundering is not one of them. However bullish this may seem at face value for Bitcoin, I want to share a different angle Andreas Antonopoulos has on the implications of this story he posted in a series of tweets on Twitter. So I want to quickly highlight some of his thoughts. Antonopoulos says, a lot of people who are into cryptocurrencies will see this FinCen leak as a vindication and proof that banks are money launderers. But this will be used against cryptocurrencies because things like KYC don't work and will never work because it controls the tool, not the criminal act. Use of money as a crime control mechanism is ineffective and increases poverty for billions by creating economic exclusion. Because for the illusion of unattainable security and crime fighting, we get billions cut out of the financial system and enormous corrupting power given to regulators and bankers. Despite this, nothing is going to change. In fact, this report will be used to increase the use of controls and surveillance. In government, if something doesn't work, you do more of it. So this will result in stricter AML, CTF rules. These new rules will also corrupt more bankers, regulators, cops, and politicians, and they will offer the comfort of righteous rhetoric against evil while creating more evil. Banking will become harder for poor people. It won't stop criminals from criming. It will stop poor people from rising out of poverty. It will make banks even more competition-proof. These new rules will make it possible for dictators to economically surveil, control, and eventually extinguish any opposition. They will use US surveillance tech to impose financial fascism. So, the need and value of open financial systems based on open, private, and uncensorable cryptocurrencies will increase dramatically. More and more people will need to use cryptocurrency in order to participate in the global economy. That makes cryptocurrency a systemic threat, not to the economic nature of national money, but to the control and surveillance system of geopolitical money. Math money doesn't play politics, which makes it automatically rogue money. Open and private cryptocurrencies won't comply with these regulations because they can't. Then the war on cash and the war on illicit money becomes an all-out war on the only money that still works. The free, open, borderless, neutral, immutable, censorship-resistant money that cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin offer. The only type of money, crypto, that poor, undocumented, oppressed, and controlled populations can use will of course be attacked, but they will not have any choice but to continue to use cryptocurrency. Billions are already unbanked by fiat controls. This FinCen leak is worthy of our ridicule because it reveals the hypocrisy of those who argue that cryptocurrency is for money launderers. Banking is money laundering on a massive scale. But the solution is not to tighten controls on money. That won't work. The solution is to stop trying to use money, a tool, to fight crime, human nature. But if you think the hypocrites will back down and adopt sensible systems and laws that enable human trade and economic inclusion, you are wrong. They will double down with even more control. This isn't good news. This is the excuse they will use to double down on surveillance and control, to make money a tool of naked political power, no matter how many billions these measures condemn to poverty. Definitely puts a different spin on that story, doesn't it? Which, as lengthy as that post was, I thought it was imperative to share and be mindful of, especially in light of how a lot of these governmental regulations, control, and repercussions he mentions started to come to fruition just this past week. Check it out. A new bill proposes to put U.S. crypto exchanges under a national framework. Meanwhile, Federal Reserve Bank reveals details of digital dollar research. The Fed has been exploring digital currencies to modernize the U.S. payment sector. Next, Congress sees 2 new bills looking to chart CFTC and SEC regulatory turf in crypto. A big day for crypto legislation in the United States. These 3 articles literally came out the same day, September 24th, and then the next day on the 25th, the IRS may make it harder to avoid declaring crypto on tax returns. Just go ahead and take out the may and may make it harder because, let's be honest, this is only the beginning. And across the Atlantic, EU to launch blockchain regulatory sandbox by 2022. The European Commission wants the EU to become a global standard setter in the blockchain sphere. But why wait until 2022 to start imposing regulations? Asks none other than our Russian comrades. Russia's Telecom regulator blacklists Binance website. But that's not all. Not even close. Russia proposes up to 3 years of jail for undeclared crypto wallets. Russia's finance ministry has prepared a new bill that would force crypto holders to declare their wallets or face fines and even jail. Feeling a little bearish after that slew of news from the past week? Well, think of it this way. We are entering into a race or battle against traditional governmental, financial, and regulatory systems and frameworks, where crypto is the Harry Potter or Jedi Order of sorts, while the traditional systems are the Voldemort or Sith Empire, if you will. Without going too far down that rabbit hole, let's go with the David and Goliath analogy and wrap things up with this tweet. We have moved to a society in which we are forced to live our lives naked before power. Edward Snowden. States fear Bitcoin because it forces power to stand naked before the truth. Still today, a smooth stone of truth, slung with true intention, can make Goliath fall. So, in closing, keep your chins up and your hodl grip firm, fam, because this is just the beginning. Well, that was Last Week in Crypto with me, Crypto Casey. If you enjoyed the episode, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more crypto content. To check out the links to all the articles we discussed, go to cryptocasey.com/lastweekcrypto. So, be honest, are you a little scared? Or are you inspired by the threat cryptocurrency and blockchain technology pose to the current world order? Which good versus evil analogy would you liken the current state of affairs between crypto and government regulation to? Let me know in the comments below. Be safe out there.